Greetings, everyone, and welcome to an overview of performance excellence, a model to systematically optimize organizational performance, brought to you by Performance Excellence Northwest. Exploring today's topic with you is host Theron Post, Executive Director of Performance Excellence Northwest. Today, we will talk about the basic framework used to evaluate your key systems and processes to improve performance using these principles. In advance, thank you for taking a few minutes of your valuable time to learn more about this framework. Since 1987, more than 35 years of data and research has gone into developing this model. Accepting the challenge to internally evaluate your organization's performance is not something any organization should jump into without proper knowledge, commitment, and support. Frankly, your organization is complex, and thus the model to assess it for many is equally complex. However, this video will provide you with a high-level overview of the framework and the key concepts to get you off on the right path. Following this brief overview, resources will be provided to support you in obtaining more information. The Performance Excellence System comprises 7 common categories found in all organizations. It uses a diverse array of key questions to understand your approaches to leadership, strategy, customers, measurement, analysis, and knowledge management, your workforce, operations, and key results. Let's walk through this system together using a focus on key customers and their requirements as our theme. Key in our language is defined as a major or most important critical aspect to achieve your intended outcome. Customers are defined as an actual or potential user of your organization's products, programs, or services. Creating the organizational profile is often the first activity organizations take when beginning their performance excellence journey. It helps to define key information and performance requirements impacting your current results. After you answer a list of questions, you'll have a better understanding of the organization's current environment and unique factors impacting the organization. As you continue your work, the organizational profile is also used as a lens to understand the organization's most important areas for longer-term success. As you complete the organizational profile, it's important to understand how the core values connect to the intent of the Performance Excellence System. Core values have evolved and changed to remain current with leading-edge best practices in organizational development over time. Here are a couple of examples for you to consider. Visionary leadership, valuing people, organizational learning, and delivering value and results. In total, there are 13 core values. As the organization learns more about the core values and organizational profile, it then begins to define and describe how it accomplishes the work of the 6 categories seen on this slide. The final category, measurement, analysis, and knowledge management, spans the entire model. More on this area and the other 6 areas will be summarized in the next several slides. The leadership category includes questions focused on how senior leaders lead, engage the workforce in achieving strategic and operational objectives, provide effective governance for the organization, and make societal contributions. For example, after key customers and their requirements are identified in the organizational profile questions, leaders now have the information they need to set the direction for the organization. In other words, they explore how they set and deploy the mission and vision to the workforce, suppliers, partners, and other stakeholders. Once leaders have fully communicated the direction to the organization, there needs to be a plan developed that will allow everyone to operationalize the mission and vision. The strategy category asks questions around how an organization develops and implements strategy. So, to align with the mission and vision, which we now know is built knowing the customer requirements. Next, an organization can identify a strategy or plan to meet those customer requirements both now and in the future. They may build their strategy by collecting and analyzing data and information, as well as reviewing their own performance, and may implement their strategy by developing and putting into place these action plans. In the customer category, questions are focused on how an organization listens to and learns from customers, how relationships are built with customers, and how an organization determines customer satisfaction and engagement. Using the questions in this category as a guide, an organization will identify methods to listen to current, potential, former, and competitors' customers to obtain information that will help them focus on customer preferences as they design products and services. This information may help clarify not only the customer requirements, but it may also influence how the organization's groups or segments of its customers are built and defined. It also helps maintain the relationships with customers and how it determines satisfaction and engagement of customers. We just talked through what is sometimes referred to as the leadership triad, comprised of leadership, strategy, and customers. It's called the leadership triad because excellent organizations and leaders will ensure that they guide their organization by developing effective approaches to address these areas and categories. With a clear understanding of who your customer is and what they expect, as well as your organization's mission and vision and longer-term strategy, what do you need to do as part of everyday operations to meet your customers' needs? The criteria questions in the operations category focus on how you design, manage, and improve your key products and work processes, and how you effectively manage your operations. In other words, how do you design, manage, and improve your daily work? An organization that applies these questions to its work will likely have clear work processes defined that include a measure that is aligned directly with a customer requirement that was identified as part of the organizational profile. The workforce is defined as all people actively supervised and involved in accomplishing your organization's work. So the workforce includes paid employees, contract employees, and volunteers, if those apply. Considering this definition of workforce, the criteria asks questions about how an organization builds an effective and supportive workforce environment and how they engage the workforce for retention and high performance. Continuing with the theme of key customer and their requirements, answering the workforce questions will help you see ways to manage the workforce in such a way that they will not only effectively deliver on the operational processes that are designed to meet your customer needs, and they will also be emotionally and intellectually committed to accomplishing the work of the organization. An important part of the Performance Excellence System is monitoring performance in all key areas. Results are the outputs and outcomes an organization achieves. Monitoring performance of key indicators directly linked to the key approaches of an organization provides the data and information necessary to evaluate and drive performance improvement in results of product and service, customer, workforce, leadership and governance, and finally, financial, market, and strategy. We just walked through what is referred to as the results triad: workforce, operations, and results. It's called the results triad because results are the outputs and outcomes an organization achieves through its operations and workforce approaches. The final category is measurement, analysis, and knowledge management. The questions in this category focus on how an organization measures, analyzes, and improves organizational performance, and how an organization manages its information and organizational knowledge assets. As you can see depicted on this slide, measurement, analysis, and knowledge management is aligned and integrated to all categories of both the leadership and results triad. Using the Performance Excellence core values, your organization's most important unique key factors are defined in the organizational profile. Then, defining how your organization accomplishes its work in the 7 process and results categories, the organization will begin to understand its current level of performance. When this activity becomes a routine and understood assessment tool used across the organization, you will better know, are your processes consistently effective? And do your approaches address your organization's most critical needs? It helps you understand how good are your results, and is your organization learning, innovating, and improving? Invariably, this discussion will reinforce the things that you are doing well and help you identify the areas that might be holding you back from achieving higher levels of performance. Determining what to do to address these areas will become a key focus for both leaders and the entire workforce. So there you have it, a high-level description of the Performance Excellence Framework. Interested to learn more? The Baldrige Excellence Builder helps you understand how well you're accomplishing the work that is most important to your organization. The Performance Excellence Framework and principles have helped thousands of organizations since the U.S. Congress founded the program in 1987. Every 2 years since the founding of the framework, it has been updated using leading-edge best practices, often emerging from organizations who are using the framework. By downloading a copy of the Baldrige Excellence Builder, it's a great way to begin to think about your organization using this lens. It's a simplified version of the full framework. However, it has all the basic principles and questions of the full framework. They're just pared down. I think you'll find it very helpful to learn more. For more information about PENW and our services to support organizations on a performance excellence journey, please visit our website at www.performanceexcellencenw.org. There you can register for a webinar, register for examiner training, become an individual member or a corporate member, and you can complete an intent to apply if your organization is ready to submit for an assessment. On Thursday, June 23rd, from 8:30 to 10:30 Alaska time, PENW will be hosting an informational event on the Performance Excellence Framework. It will be held at BP Energy Center, 1014 Energy Court in Anchorage, Alaska. We'll be in the Aspen Room on the first floor. You may register for this event by clicking on the link below. We look forward to seeing you there. Should you not be able to travel and still want to learn more, this event will be broadcast via Zoom meeting. This concludes our brief presentation on the overview of the Performance Excellence Framework. There are lots of concepts that are new to many organizations included in this brief summary. If you'd like to have a quick meeting to explore some of the framework and to ask your questions, I'm happy to confirm a 30-minute time using the link on this slide and set some time aside for us to discuss more. In summary, PENW appreciates your time, and we look forward to hearing from those organizations who are willing to accept the challenge of excellence. We look forward to talking to you down the road. Cheers.